wanted to come out and I'm outside my classroom, just took a test, and I wanted to come out and just kind of record how I'm feeling. Alright, so our school policy is we have to have a 70% on every section. I started med-surg 2 weeks ago now. We finished our first section, and I'm actually not at a 70%. My first test on med-surg was on surgical care, and I ended up making a 62 on that. My second test was on pain management. I made a 71, and then this test I just made a 70. Normally, right now, I'll be out of the program. However, I still have a chance. When you get to med-surg, they do something called grade forgiveness. As long as you make an 850 on the HESI or more, you can replace your lowest grade with a 70 and pass the section and keep going. So class is coming in, so let me go. You guys, it took me so long just sitting here staring at myself before I actually press play. I hope everyone out there is doing great. I have just been in a state of instability as far as my emotions go. One day I'm fine, one day I'm just don't feel motivated. I don't want to read. I don't want to get up and get my kids ready, and it just all seems so overwhelming. There has been a lot going on since term 3 started. Like, this is definitely the meat and potatoes of nursing school. Med-surg is a whole new way of test taking. It's more NCLEX based. It's different from what we were exposed to in foundations of nursing, fundamentals of nursing. And this is the first time I felt like my best isn't good enough, you know. Where I feel like my test scores aren't reflecting the amount of hours I'm spending studying. So it's like I get discouraged studying. I really do. I could read the book 2 times, listen to lectures, and still barely pass. I'm grateful. Like, in med-surg, I have went from worrying about getting an A to worrying about just getting a C, just passing, making the minimum. I'm doing a lot better than I was when I first started med-surg, because I barely scraped by in the very first section of med-surg. I barely made it out. Barely, you guys. What up, YouTube? Hope everyone is feeling well. Today, I just feel like, oh my goodness. I don't feel defeated. I just feel exhausted mentally. Like, it's just so much material in med-surg back to back. I feel so exhausted. I feel like I need a break, and I can't take one. And we're halfway done with med-surg at this point. We only have a month left of school. I mean, not school, but a month left. A little over a month left of med-surg 1. You know, it's like on one end, I'm at a position where I'm really grateful. You know, that my school allows for the HESI forgiveness, because I would be out of the program right now, being that I failed the first section of med-surg by 4 points. So with the HESI, when we take HESI fundamentals at the end of the term, as long as I make an 850 or better, I'm good. It'll change my lowest grade to a 70, and that'll put me above the 70%. If not, although even, you know, I'm not failing anymore, I'll still have to repeat the term because I won't have my 70%. But I'm grateful to still have a seat in the program. But on the same end, this same exact predicament, it just has me on edge. I'm not so muchly worried about the test because I've learned my teachers, like, you know, what to look for in the exams. One of my teachers, she's strictly lecture. Like, this lady literally put the test on her lectures. The only way you can fail her section is if you don't listen to her lectures. And the other teacher, her test is the study guide. Go through the chapter, look for her study guide points, and you can't fail her test. So I've been doing extremely well now. I'm just like, man, I wish I just buckled down and knew this, because then I wouldn't be stressed about the HESI. But I want to print out 3 different HESI fundamentals practice exams, and I'll be looking at those today, because I'm not going to study for this test onto the last. Right now we're in cardio, and this chapter by itself is 54 pages, so I'm literally going to take one day off. Now, not from school, because instead of studying, I have a mosquito in here. Instead of studying for the cardiovascular test, I'm actually gonna use that time to catch up on like my NCLEX folder and things like that. So today I'm gonna get all the way caught up with that. We're gonna focus all my attention today on that, on doing that. I went to the library today on break, so I was able to print out everything I needed to print. But I was gonna go back after class, go back to the library and do my questions, but I'm just gonna do that from home because my stomach hurts. I just feel depleted. I just feel tired. I need to get in a quick little nap. But I'm gonna go home. I'm probably not gonna nap because I still got the laundry. It's just a process. It's a process. It's a process. I don't know. I just feel like I'm tired. The feeling I have is like, you ever been so tired, but you can't sleep? That's how I feel. Like, you are dead tired, but you just can't go to sleep. No matter what you do, what you try, you can't lay down in bed and go to sleep. And that's how I feel. I am mentally tired, but I cannot afford to stop studying. You just have to keep going with the flow. I don't know if I said this in a previous video, but I'm not working on the weekends anymore, thank God, because there's no way, y'all, like, for the little bit of money that I was bringing home every 2 weeks, it was not worth me filling out this program. And that's an extra stress for me to quit only to get to the end and have to repeat because I don't smash the HESI. That's why I'm starting today. I'm going to be doing as many HESI practice questions and tests that I can every single day, because June is almost gone. Matter of fact, the next time I see my teachers and my classmates, it'll be July. I can't believe it. In about like 2 more weeks, I'll be in school 7 months now. Like, where does the time go? I am a little over more than halfway done with this program. I am doing it. It's great. And I gotta buckle down now so I can live better later. Like, I have to get through this program, you guys. I know better days gonna come. I'm gonna have a whole hell of a better summer next year. I'm working on somebody's cloud, making some money. That's the goal. Somebody correctional facility. I'm not gonna stay on camera too much long because I really just feel like I'm just moping. I know I am. Just tired, y'all. Tired.
It gets better. It gets better. It gets better.